Welcome back, Stack Attack Squad, to the Stack Attack Fantasy Podcast, your one-stop shop to dominate fantasy baseball and football. Come get some. All right, here we go. It's the Stack Attack Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Trella. With me, as always, my brother from another mother. It's Trader Andy, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, man? How we doing?
I'm good. I'm relaxing, chilling.
Yeah, chilling off the wagon. All right. What are you sipping on over there, brother?
Seltzer.
All right, it's good. Hard? Is it hard or is it soft?
Seltzer. I don't drink that stuff. No. Hard seltzer.
There you go. There's your wingman.
That's great.
Zero cows.
What's good at Nick?
What? I never changed that. I never changed it from our league meeting.
That's great. All right. Did either of you guys ever see the movie PCU?
Yeah, of course.
One of the funniest movies of all time, right?
Yes.
Funny,
Nick
funny.
has no clue.
Nick's never seen it. He's too young. But it was basically the first time you ever saw Jeremy Piven on the big screen, and he was absolutely hilarious in it. But there's this one scene there when he's talking to Gutter. Gutter's going to the concert, and he says, "You're going to wear the shirt of the band you're going to see? Don't be that guy. You're that guy. You're that guy wearing that shirt to the band you're going to see today."
I can't help it, man. It looks good.
I'll wear it tomorrow.
I like it.
And while we're talking about these nifty new TGFBI shirts, Nick, what's that? A medium there you're wearing?
It's actually a large. It's actually a large.
Man, chest day is doing good for you, huh?
International Chest Day, Mondays.
Nice.
I tore my.
Everyone does Monday chest days.
I'm almost back to my.
Not this guy.
Always did. Always started Mondays because you got another pump on Friday for the chest.
I'm almost back to my pre-surgery level on my shoulder. So the bench, I stop at 250, so I'm getting back up there.
So you're like Baby Gap over there, bro. That's what.
This is a large. This is large.
All right.
I'm not gonna take it off and scare anybody.
If I come a half mile down the road and put that shirt on, I'm gonna sing "Fat Guy in a little shirt." And just go,
that's great.
That might get you a lot of views on TikTok.
Whatever it takes to promote.
Hey, go for it.
That's great. All right, but before we get into TGFBI, which is off to a blazing start for us, let's talk a little bit about the state of Major League Baseball. Nick, take the lead on us. You know, it's 9:03 local time. What are we looking at? Things gonna get done today?
I've been following this all day. My thumb hurts. I have a positive take. If there wasn't momentum and or wasn't hope, there was a chance at a deal. Even if it doesn't come today or it's Wednesday, they won't be working late tonight. This is from Michael Barron from SMY. Basically, what we're looking at is a 14-team postseason, and they're increased. Basically, Major League Baseball wants a 14-team postseason. They're increasing the minimum salary. They're increasing the numbers towards the players' end of the table for the 14-teamer. However, we go for the 12-teamer. Now they're reducing numbers and reducing everything. So it's clear where they want there. They're back and forth. They're almost into the 12th hour at this point. So if they weren't serious.
Some of us do that every day.
I know. Where were they the last 3 months? But we're getting. It looks like it's. Jeff Hassan tweeted out that if a deal is not in place tonight, but there's enough momentum, they could put off the deadline of canceling games and still continue into tomorrow, which I think is best case scenario.
I mean, truth be told, is there even really a true deadline? Are they really like?
No, there's not. This is an owner-imposed deadline.
Oh yeah, like we made the deal on Tuesday instead of Monday, but we said if it's not Monday, we have to cancel games. Like, come on, they're playing us.
And
we
will not make them up, and you will not get paid. That's what they said. They're throwing a threat,
right? But you know the way that Nick outlined it, by adding those additional playoff games, it kind of makes up for what they're giving on the front end to the young players. Yeah. So it almost sounds like, it's just a adding funds in order to give them to the young players and whatnot. So it sounds like they're kind of on the right track, and we're going to get it. I mean,
I think by week's end. I think by week's end.
Yeah, I did hear something else too. I heard ESPN canceling some of the baseball during the week, and they're shopping it around. And Peacock and some other big names are looking to add another 150 to $200 million into putting baseball during the week on those streaming places.
I just cut the cord on cable, and I'm very happy about that. I saved a lot of money.
All right, nice.
So we lost very soon.
So that'll be more revenue to share.
Right. Yeah, I saw a lot of people canceling their MLB.TV just so the money's not there. I mean,
did you see the
I just steal it to begin with. So
did you see Major League Baseball actually responded?
No, I didn't see that. What's that?
They actually responded and said they're going to completely cut off the auto renew feature until they have new details on a deal. So they saw everybody canceling, and they said, "Wait, stop canceling. We're not going to charge you until there's a deal."
Yeah, because they're scared people aren't going to go back in, and yeah.
If I cancel, I'm not going back in.
That was smart on their behalf, or just stream it illegally.
You know nothing about that.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so let's get into a little bit of some TG FBI chat. Then I guess let's start with Nick, because we got a good chance that you're on deck. So we may get a pick live on the air. Do we have to do a shot if you pick live on the air, or is that only if they come to an agreement while we're on the air?
Dude, I think they come to an agreement.
I'm not going to sit here and let him take a shot of hard seltzer.
I have fireball in that closet.
All right.
I got something in that closet. I'll figure it out.
All right. So Nick, let's talk about you. You picked from the 11 spot.
11 spot.
First off, anybody of interest in your league? Anybody that you've become friendly with? Group chat? Any big time names? Anyone you're looking to compete against?
Let me pull this up real quick. Give me one
that
second.
Means no.
I don't have my league up real quick. I'm pulling it up right now. Chris Clegg is actually probably the big one in our league. He actually just gave us a shout out on Twitter saying that he's been.
Clegg's a good dude, man.
He's awesome.
Yeah. I think me and Andy are up to 19 leagues each, and I think Clegg has us like beat combined. we actually we'll talk about that in a few minutes too. But I reached out to him to see if he wanted to join this 30 teamer, and he's like,
I saw that.
No mas.
Plus, he has a newborn too.
Yep. But it is what it is. All right. So about your league, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I started at the 11 hole. We had a group chat with Vlad yesterday, and I kept seeing him fall, and I thought it was going to happen, but ended up going Harper at 11, which I think is great value. Swing around, comes back. I had the choice between Mad Max and Walker Buehler.
That is not a choice.
Yeah, I love Max's upside this year. The Ks, everything. To me, that was a click. Now I am coming back around. Cedric Mullins just went. I'm on deck right now. So I have Harper. I have Mad Max. And the board right now is looking pretty pitcher heavy. We have two closes already off the board in Hader and Hendricks. Hendricks went, I think Clegg took him at the 3-4 turn, right in that range. So, I mean, I'm looking at,
There's only two off the board?
There's two off the, I'm sorry, Iglesias just went two. So now we have three off the board. So I'm thinking my turn, I'll probably grab one. Maybe Diaz.
You're at 13, so your next pick
11.
is
11.
Oh, you're 11. Andy's 13.
Yeah, 50. 50 is my next pick. So I'm right now picking
so you got to wait 8 more picks.
Yeah, 41 and 50. So
yeah, don't take a closer here. Don't.
No, but I mean, right now, I'm thinking hitter here if I take closer. But look at the pitchers. You have Nola, Sandy, Giolito, Robbie Ray, Chris Sale. If you go to the hitting end, Semion's sitting there. Francisco Lindor, which I think is going to have a nice bounce back here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Matt Olson, Jeff's favorite player, Alberto Mondesi. He's sitting there.
He's not on the board. He's not
Never.
there.
Never.
And then you scroll down a little bit, and you have Austin Riley and Pete Alonso. So I'm thinking if I take a closer next, I should take a hitter here.
Yeah, but you don't want to.
I don't know.
Where you're at, you do not want to say I'm taking a closer in the fourth. You don't want to say that.
If Clace, Presley, Diaz all go here, I might just have to sit and wait to the next swing around.
Yeah, there's 4 that are worthy of that pick. After that, there's a hard fall off.
Yeah, you have Chapman.
I don't even think I would take Clase. I don't think I would do Clase.
They're not going to get that many wins. That's the problem. He's not going to get a lot of wins. I mean, he's locked in the role, but how many saving chances are the Guardians going to get him?
That's a bad fact right there.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Is he?
Yeah. What?
Who is? Bro, you want to hear something crazy? I don't even think Ryan Presley is locked into his role. I don't. There's an absolute non-zero chance that Hector Neris
I knew you were going to say
leads
that.
the team in saves. It sounds ridiculous, but it's just makeup and fit for the role. I could totally see it.
I think, but a bad team doesn't mean the closer's not going to get saves. It means their games are closer. There will be more chances for it. Actually, I remember Melanson being on some bad teams and getting some saves, and he's going to do that again this year.
You're going to do it again, yeah.
Yep.
Or you got Aroldis Chapman who's sitting there too.
Well, to finish Andy's point, the thing is that closers on bad teams playing a lot of one run games. So there's a lot of save opportunities. And because they don't win consecutive days, like Aroldis Chapman has to deal with, his team goes on a 4 or 5 game winning streak. He's not getting 5 saves in those 5 games. Even if they're all close games, they have to take a day off after a back-to-back, etc. But whereas somebody like Melanson is going to be available for maybe 100% of his team saves.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I don't think that you have to lock in on a closer in the fourth. No, in my opinion, if Chapman's there, do it in the fourth. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Chapman,
but
Presley,
if Nola or Alcantara are your guy at this point, you could do that and then go and then keep on moving later on.
Giolito's sitting there too right now. No,
he just said a couple names. He didn't say Lucas. I definitely didn't hear him say Giolito.
He did, but
no, you didn't
intentionally.
I know.
So for the pod's sake here,
I like pain, but I also like winning.
So for the pod's sake here, like I said, you have Nola, you have Sandy, Lindor, Goldschmidt, Alonso, Austin Riley. Some tough choices there.
So let's talk about some of those choices. So you're looking at, you said Olsen's available and Goldschmidt.
Olsen and Goldschmidt are both sitting there right now.
Okay, and if you pass on them, what are you going to do at first base?
Cry.
Okay, that's point one. Okay.
I mean, you wait obviously, and then hope maybe Jared Walsh gets Hoskins later on, CJ Cron type, Joey Votto. I mean,
that's where I'll be at first base in that range.
Yeah,
the Cron, Hoskins, Walsh,
or the third base wall is it's real. Take a risk on Austin Riley here.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. Or go Lindor.
I think if you take Austin Riley at this point, you're going to be falling behind in stolen bases, and you're going to need to have a plan there. You're going to need Miles Straw or something along those lines to counteract it.
He's a target regardless.
Because even though Harper's getting you some stolen bases, it's not high end. It's 10 to 12.
No,
15 at the most.
My gut's telling me Lindor here.
Yeah, I think that's the most well-rounded player.
Yeah, I think because first year in New York, new city, everybody they struggle, and I think he's gonna be more settled in this year.
Yeah. For me, your pick is Nola or Lindor.
Yeah, so Nola's probably my second tier. Lindor is my first, and then we'll see what closers are there on the swing around. Because, like I said, we talked about steals late guys, Nicky Lopez, Miles Straw. I mean, guys like that, Lane Thomas, who can easily come in late rounds and give you steal value. Right. Little updates here on the union talks. John Heyman Sides are still talking and the mood has improved, but the players' union maintains they're still very far apart. One comment here: the sides have discussed an extension of the deadline, and then so that's where we're at right now. So they still say they're far apart, but have discussed extending the deadline.
Okay.
I think that's your best case scenario right now.
I think they should just shut the hell up and stop worrying about the deadline and just keep negotiating.
Just take the deadline off. You don't need a full spring training to have a regular season. This isn't football. Just give them 2 weeks and they're done.
Just work your shift. Like, come on. So, all right. So you're ready to pick. You're gonna let us know when you come on the clock.
I'm on deck. The guy's been on the clock for 32 minutes now, so I'm hoping.
Cool.
Hoping.
All right. Let's do my team real quick, and then we'll go to Andy to bat clean up on this. I had it fairly easy. I got the number 2 pick. I went with Tatis. I got ripped apart on Twitter because of this pick yesterday. Trey Turner was my first choice, but obviously he went first overall. I'm not considering Ramirez just because I was there that day when he was batting 150 at the All-Star break, and I'm just not going to put myself in a situation where my first round player's floor is 150. I'd rather risk the injury than in a month off than have a guy that's going to bat 150 for an extended amount of time. I mean, hell, last year I was competitive in TGFBI. I was in the top 30 for most of the year, and it faltered at the end. And I drafted somebody who batted 165 for the entire season in the first round, and then a pitcher who was on administrative leave for the whole second half in the second round. So that just tells me that I know how to draft and I could trust myself. So I'm taking the upside of Tatis. The second round, because of how the board felt, I took Liam Hendricks. And on the comeback, I took Shane Bieber. And I just love the way that those 3 players give me – I'm already guaranteed I'm not going to finish last in any of the 10 categories because I've gotten a piece of every single one of them. I have a starting pitcher who has Cy Young upside with 230, 250 strikeout upside, potential for a a sub 3 ERA, a sub 1 whip, sub 110 whip. Everything's there. The wins are a concern, but I don't really draft wins. That's kind of sketch.
It starts.
And Hendricks, who I'm scared about, but I mean, it's my favorite gin, so
I
go that way.
We know.
I'm about 9 picks away in the Wander Franco just went off the board.
On the clock, Aaron Nola just went.
Okay.
Easy.
That's easy for me. It's Lindor, but I
made my choice.
You pick Lindor?
Oh, I'm taking Lindor. I love the steal upside. I mean, at this point,
baby.
Yeah, we're going and drafted.
On brand.
That's round 3, right?
Correct.
Yeah, what you should have done is turned your volume up so when you are on the clock.
Want me to play it on? Hold on. I'll play it on YouTube. We'll get a YouTube video here. Hold on.
What is he doing?
I have no idea. He's a millennial.
All right, so finishing up my team before we get to the baseball guys team and the heavy hitter over there. I'm waiting for Frank Amarante to pick right now. I'm about 8 picks away, and my plan would be, and I'm not in stone on this. I was hoping Will Smith was gonna fall.
Dude, that's football.
That's the NFL, dude.
That's NFL draft, bro.
He's fired.
Yeah.
That's NFL, dude.
That's a football guy right there.
All right. So
and there goes Marcus Semien. All right. Keep moving.
So my
Wander Franco.
Dude, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Wander Franco just went round 3.
All right. So my upcoming picks, I might consider Freddie Peralta because I think there's a really good chance he leads the MLB in strikeouts. But my next turn, it might be Arizona Iced Tea and Altuve, man. I kind of like how that would set up, having Altuve, Arozarena, and Tatis, man. That's nice build with a top end closer and my ace. So, Andy, let's go to you. See what you got. You picked 13th overall, right?
13th. It's been a little moved fast and then it slowed down. You guys both passed me. I'm still only with 2 guys. I had pick 13. I had to think. In the morning I decided I wasn't going to take him at this pick, but then once I got there, I my mind came to it, and I took Mike Trout. Caught my big fish at round pick 13. I think he's the favorite to win the MVP. People think he's going to be healthy. He might not run so much, but he could be putting up MVP numbers. And then I was
he will be putting up MVP numbers. Absolutely.
I know he burned a lot of people last year, so that's why he was dropping so far.
Do you remember who your other options were when you were on the clock?
Max Scherzer.
Yeah,
that was the other guy I wanted.
That would have been creative because you're way off on ADP there. He's being drafted like 5th in the 2nd round overall. But for what you wanted to do, I think it would have been the smart move. In hindsight.
After I picked Trout 13, Luis Robert, and then Max Scherzer went.
All right. And then you took Walker Buehler. That was your highest rated pitcher on the board.
That was right. I took Buehler right after Liam Hendricks went. So I was thinking about possibly going Hader, but I didn't like the ace potential laying around like we discussed.
Dude. All right. So how long until you pick again? Because you only have 2 players.
And nine picks ahead of me.
Oh, you got a while.
Yeah.
You have anything in mind that you're looking to do?
I'm a Lindor guy too, so I'm looking Lindor. Maybe taking a closer. I'm thinking about possibly taking a high-end closer if he's there. We'll see.
Are all the closers still on the board in your league?
I think 2 of them are gone. So
no, we don't want to do that in the 3rd. Then wait till the 4th.
Well, my 3rd and 4th are right by each other, so it'll be Lindor and a closer, or it'll be Lindor, maybe JT Realmuto. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
2 catcher league gives you stolen bases, does all the categories.
I drafted him, I think, in the 5th last year. He was good. He didn't return catcher number 1 overall like I wanted him to, but it's going to be a hard pass for me too. I don't know. I might if a Rosarina's off the board, I might think about doing that. I might think about doing it. Because I just don't like what happens at catcher late, and you never know what your league mates are. That's been the theme of our conversations all week is ADP be damned. What you read on Twitter be damned. The only thing that matters in your league is the other 14 people in you. That's true. That's what it comes down to. And who knows? Who knows what comes ahead at catcher? And if you could secure yourself a bag like that, sometimes that's the move. All right. So moving on from TGFBI, it doesn't sound like we're going to get any more picks on the air today. I do want to publicly apologize to you guys for what I've done, because I especially Nick and Andy missed the deadline for Raz Slam, so he's not in it. We're doing Raz Slam. We got TGFBI started this morning, and then I suckered you guys into a 30-team dynasty league. You guys don't even know the beast that we just got into. It's basically take every MLB team's top their 40-man roster and their top 30 prospects, and there you go. It's basically every player you ever heard of, and the kid that lives down the street from you that is playing for the freaking Newark Bears or whatever.
Well, we thought that this was gonna take some time to fill up and everything, and all of a sudden got some adrenaline, and we're drafting tomorrow 11 o'clock in the morning. So
it's actually 12. It's 11 Central.
They're doing Central. I thought it was Eastern.
Yeah, it's 11 Central.
Slam.
Okay. Do we need help? We want to talk through this pick?
I took John Means in all that last round. Jeff, you'll be proud of me.
I got sniped for John Means. God damn it.
Yeah,
it was painful.
I got a pitcher spot and a utility I could use. Where we at? Round 21. You got Lance McCullers still sitting here. Alec Baum.
Not in a cut line, not for me.
Ooh, Mark Melanson's still sitting there. 252.
Not bad. Saves are big points. I have him on my team. Yeah.
Well, what do I
about
have
that.
right now currently? I have Gallegos and I have Chapman. So he would be a
Oh.
third closer.
It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah,
points.
that's true.
It's
He's a-
points.
he's a-
You don't
that's
care whether
actually-
you get.
It's actually
In
good
fact,
value right there.
having three closers, you're probably exposing yourself there because one of them's going to lose. You know,
Yeah.
these guys don't keep their jobs. All right, we'll let Nick work through that. Andy, let's me and you chat while he's working on that. He got the number 4 pick. Me and you are partners in this league.
Yeah, I got the 4 pick. Yeah. Very happy
we-
with that.
We make your pick. We got pick 9. So what's your target with pick 9 in a daily lineup 30 team startup?
Well, I mean,
Not necessarily what's your target. What's the plan here? How are we breaking this team down? What's our goal? And maybe that'll tell us what we're going to target in our first round.
well, I would like to be able to compete, but I'm not going win-win and trying to draft 35-year-olds. So I want to draft people that are, probably 28 and under, and just try to build the team that way. And I will. I don't care if anybody's listening. I'll outthink anybody later in the round. I'll find the guy next door living in Nick that's going to be a superstar, so it's okay.
You got
yeah, Nick.
you got
What?
like 10 years away.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's on the radar. It's on the radar. All right. So pick 9, we definitely, if there's an Ohtani slide, that's to be considered. Acuna won't be there. We're not big Joe Ram guys. You think it might be Bichette?
I don't think Bichette will be there.
Yeah. I mean, if Bichette's not there, that means something went right for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
For us.
I mean,
That means something slid. Trey Turner could slide.
Trey
age-
Turner's not sliding. He's not
An
sliding.
age slide. An age
No.
slide.
What is he, 29?
He's 28.
28?
Approved.
He's a consideration.
All right. So let's talk through this real quick. No brainer. Tatis and Soto are 1-2 in some order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Absolutely. There's no question about that.
Mhm.
Acuna's in the top 3.
Acuna should be 3, 4, maybe 5. Vlad should be up there. And most people put Jose Ramirez there. That's your top 5, right?
Jose Ramirez is pushing 30. I'm not taking him.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I don't wanna do-
Honestly, at 4, I mean, you got to consider Vlad. You have to consider Cunha. I'd even look at Bichette, but that's a little too high for my taking there.
Listen. Daily lineup draft. Ohtani is the best player on the draft. He should go number 1, man. Has to go number 1. You're getting 2 players for the price of 1.
For me,
Yes.
it's Vlad versus Acuna probably sitting
You know
there.
what? For 4?
At 4.
Yeah,
Vlad versus Acuna.
that's a good call.
I think whoever falls to 4, unless Tatis or Soto for some odd reason fall, but I think Vlad versus I think Vlad versus Acuna is a bet. And we're missing a month, but it's a dynasty.
If
Yeah,
a pitcher goes,
It's
a
a month
pitcher
out of
goes,
15 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I'll take it.
If a pitcher goes before we pick, we're in good shape.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't know.
But who would that pitcher be?
Burns.
He's 27, 28? No.
He's 27.
I still think Garrett Cole is the number 1 overall in Dynasty for me, at least.
Pitching wise, he is, yeah.
Because these
31.
guys, these horses, they'll pitch till they're 39, 40 years old. So you're going to get 7 years, 8 years. I think Cole's 31.
I'm going to throw it out there right now. We have a comment from a non-Russian sex bot. That's a guy I'd be looking at 9 if he slips.
No.
Pick 9?
No.
You were pretty against Tucker this morning.
When
What's that?
was I against Tucker?
No, he's saying
No,
me.
Jeff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just don't want this.
Wow,
dynamite
I actually might make it
Yeah,
back.
because
on
he
the
hates
clock.
his swing. He hates his swing. That's why.
Right.
So Jeff, really quick, Clace just went at the beginning of round 4. So I'm
Clay,
looking
you're
at
horrible with names, bro.
Yeah, he's
His
terrible.
name's
with
Class
names.
A.
He does it on
Is it
purpose.
Class A?
All right,
I'm
Mika
looking at Diaz, Presley, or Chapman. Most likely, one of the 3 will be there for me.
Passan.
There's only
The
one
name-
closer to get this year.
Yeah. Do I go Mets and take Diaz here, Andy? What do I do?
Is he the best closer on the board?
Actually, I have Max and Lindor. I don't think I could take Diaz. That'll be 3 Mets.
No.
That's a little all in, but I also think if you think Lindor is going to have a borderline MVP season, you think
First round
Scherzer is your ace. I mean, Diaz is probably going to end up leading the league in saves if that's the case.
Yeah. Or you take Presley or Chapman. I'm gonna be torn.
If there's that many left, go another route.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, they'll all
If
be
there's-
gone
if you
by the
can't
time I
choose,
come back.
you think, but there's other
Oh,
guys.
100%.
You
100% will
go.
be gone.
So another guy we were talking about was Jordan Romano. I love his
Yeah,
stuff.
but I'm gonna be taking question marks at that point.
He's not a question mark. I know Jeff might think it, but
Well, it depends. You still have Kenley Jansen out there. You still have Kimbrel trades. You still have a lot of moving parts still. That's the problem with not having the CBA in place before the draft.
Blue Jays don't have that much
Wait,
cash
wait,
left.
wait a minute. Is Chapman there?
Yeah.
Do that.
Oh yeah, I would
Yeah.
take that.
Easy.
That's true.
That's easy. You're going to get the same return on Chapman that you would. You have more security than Class A does, and you break up that Mets party you have going on.
And Aaron Boone is not gonna remove Chapman no matter what. We saw it last year.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the
Whatever the
contract-
book tells them.
the book tells you the contract's over next year, and my guy's gonna be closing. So move on.
Yeah. For me, the pick is Chapman, and if he gets sniped, we'll talk when you go on the clock. Cool. All right. So 30 teamer. Andy, I want to ask you this. So let's say you said you don't want any 35-year-olds or anything like that. Okay. Let's say we get Ohtani. No, not Ohtani. Let's say we take Tucker. Okay.
Mm.
And then in the second round, you get somebody like maybe Timmy Anderson or something like that. Okay. Keep in mind, second round is 50th overall, not 17th overall. Right.
Oh,
So say you
yeah.
get Timmy Anderson. Okay. Max Scherzer's on the board in the third round. You do it?
Pass.
Oh God. All right. We'll see when we get there. That's gonna be
Dude.
a hard one.
No, this is freaking. He's 37, man.
Yeah, we did this last year in the Ramada League with Kershaw, and it might be a mistake, and I might have to eat my hat on it. We'll see how that goes. But speaking of Kershaw, word on the street is Rangers or retire.
So
How do we feel about that?
Rangers are going all in here.
Yeah.
It's another pitcher that doesn't get a qualifying offer, looking for a job. Big red flag.
Might be the best pitcher of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
33 years old, not 38.
Dude, he has a lot of innings on his arm.
Yep, that is true.
Even more with all the bad innings in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true too.
Bad.
All right. Let's move on. So we were going to talk today. This is one of my favorite episodes every year because I've always killed it. Bold predictions. So we're gonna line them up. We're gonna give you guys our bold predictions for fantasy, and we're gonna give you who is gonna win your awards this year, and maybe give you a little bit of a gambling turn to it as well. So it's something that's actionable. Frank Amarante took Adalberto Mondesi, followed up by John Heglin taking Emmanuel Clase in round 4. So Amarante is not one of our guys.
I am not allowed to take Mondesi, no matter what.
Right. All right. So let's kick this off. So who wants to? Nick, we'll let you bat lead off, and I'll go second. We'll let Andy bat clean
All
up
right.
like the same way
I'm
we
actually
did.
I'm actually batting third because there's only 3 of us.
I know, but you're
you know.
cleaning it up after the leadoff hitter.
All right. You notice that when you said that before, I'm like, count.
All right. So Nick, give me your. What are we gonna do? Like 3, more, less, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, Nick. What's your number 1 bold prediction for this year?
Bold prediction wise, I think Louis Robert finishes in the top 3 in the MVP voting.
Wow,
man! Now I got to.
You want bold? I went bold.
Yeah, let's see how bold that is. I'm going to open up DraftKings Sportsbook and pull up the odds. Not prepared. All right. So, what is it about Robert that you like?
I just think with the steal upside, he's hitting a great lineup. He can get the RBIs, get the runs. I think he's got I think he's got it there.
health.
All right.
Never Mondesi. I like that. So I can't pick out Mondesi.
That's our new
MVP.
trailer.
What happened?
He can't be MVP.
What's
No.
that?
Ooh, I'm on deck. We got Real Muto and Tyler O'Neill going. Now I'm on deck.
All right. Louis Robert.
Mondesi's there, Jeff, by the way.
Louis Robert is plus 3,000 on the DraftKings Sportsbook. So 30-1. So you bet $5, you win $150.
Not bad.
14th highest. So for you to say top 3 and he's got the 14th best odds. All right, that's bold. All right. Oh, I'm next. I'm sorry. All right. My first one has nothing to do with a player or Major League Baseball. But like I've said, I'm very good at this episode. I've been absolutely killing it. Last year, I gave you guys Ohtani will win the MVP. I gave you guys Mark Melancon, who at the time was being drafted after Drew Pomeranz on his own team, was going to lead the MLB in saves. The year before, I called both Cy Young winners with Trevor Bauer and Shane Bieber. So my number 1 bold prediction for this year, because I always get one right, is that both Andy and myself are going to take down a major DFS GPP this year. So that's the one we want to get right.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
That's the one we're going to get right. And Andy, you have to stay out of the mini freaking ones where there's only 250 people in there.
I took a
You're
lot
paying
of them
cash
down.
games.
Yeah.
You put the dollar into the big ones, or you play a higher dollar amount on your GPP. Let's take something down big. Let's take a 5-figure, 6-figure takedown each of us this year. Write it in pen.
2015. That's the last time I hit a huge one.
Yep, absolutely.
Been too long.
It's been too long. All right, Andy, what's your first bold prediction for 2022?
All right.
And it's our year, man, 2022. Like, we should be on top of this, right?
Absolutely.
I thought 2020 was going to be my year, and it was horrible. It's the worst year ever on all accounts.
Well, I mean, some people just sitting in a hospital room drafting 1,800 players, and that was horrible.
Yes, it was.
That was bold. That was bold in itself.
Yes, that was bold. All right.
All right. So
what do you got for me?
My first one is Bradley Zimmer is going to be the best value hitter on the Indians. His ADP is 498. He's going to hit 15 home runs, 30 stolen bases. I'm going to say he's going to lead the team in stolen bases.
You're not going to like my next prediction then.
Because his hard hit rate was a career high. He hits the ball hard. His average is horrible. So once he gets control of the ball, he's going to get on base and he's going to run. And he's a gazelle. He's a 70 speed guy. He had double digit steals last year in part-time role. He's getting 30 plus me. Trust me.
All right. Well, Nick, I'm going to skip you and do mine next because my bold prediction is that Miles Straw is going to steal 50 bases. And it's real easy. And everything that I'm about to say helps your claim as well, except for, maybe where they're at in the batting order. Cleveland last year, the Cleveland Guardians, not the Indians anymore, Andy. That's offensive. Watch
yeah,
yourself, man. That you're really offending people.
Ooh.
Cleveland had the third most stolen base attempts in baseball last year. Houston had half as a team the amount of stolen base attempts that Cleveland did. So there's that opportunity. Straw is the leader in the clubhouse to bat leadoff. Zimmer could take that. If
I don't
he
think so.
works through the things you talked about, Zimmer's more likely to bat ninth, but Straw is very likely going to be the leadoff hitter. He doesn't strike out at all, and he takes walks. 96th percentile sprint speed, just like Zimmer. He's a gazelle. I just think with opportunity, ability, and crappy lineup overall, I talked about it last week. Ahmed Rosario is probably batting after him, who's really low on base percentage. He's going to be running. They're trying to get him into scoring position for Ramirez. 50 stolen bases. All right, Nick, back to you.
What do you got?
Bold prediction number 2. What do you got?
Bold prediction number 2. Let's see. I am looking at Rookie of the Year, Reed Detmers.
That's bold, but that's later. All right, Andy, what's number 3? Number 2.
Number 2. And this goes to something later too. Dylan Cease is going to win the Cy Young.
Ooh.
Is that where I'm supposed to fall out of my chair?
No, I guess I'm worse than that.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, Dylan Cease, just listen to the numbers in the past 3 years that he's pitched. He went from, 58 innings all the way up to 165 innings last year. He had 13 wins. Strikeouts were off the chart. He had 226 strikeouts in only 165 innings. Right. His walk rate went down. His whip went down from 155 to 125. Like, made great strides everywhere. He's on a World Series contender. 2 of the other pitchers were in Cy Young contention last year. He's their ace.
Wow.
And that goes a long way. I know a lot of people like Cease too, but I think he's going to take that next step.
Yeah. Is it bold though? Believe it or not, he has the 6th highest odds on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Well, before I said that, I mean, you had the face of, that was a bold statement.
Yeah, but there's so much steam on this guy. Wow. I mean, you know me, I'd rather bet on Lance Lynn.
Dude, for someone to go against Garrett Cole, I mean, it's rough. I mean, I don't know. I think, it's tough.
All right, Nick, what's your third bold prediction if you have one?
Back to my TGFBI pick. I think Lindor's got a shot at the MVP. I like the fact that he's in year 2 in New York. He's going to settle in, and he was a first-round fantasy pick not so long ago, and I think he's going to return that value this year.
All right, real quick for next year, Nick, when we do this, when you make bold predictions, don't do it for our next segment, which is where we predict the MVP and the Rookie of the Year and the Cy Young.
Oh, he's not my pick.
What?
He's not my pick for MVP.
Oh, I think he said he was going to win MVP. All right.
I think he has a shot to win it.
All right.
Dude, I have a shot to win the MVP.
No, you don't.
Dude, there's a non-zero chance that I will sign with a major league ball club and win the MVP. It's absolutely possible.
All right,
it's not going to happen, but it's absolutely possible.
Is that your next bold prediction? So I'll fall off my chair. Oh, okay.
All right. Oh, it's my turn. All right. Mine's kind of fun and it's Homer, but this isn't one of my guys normally. I'm going to say Ranger Suarez is going to be drafted in the top 4 rounds next year.
Wow. That's bold.
Yeah. I believe that he is going to be the best left-handed pitcher on the Phillies since Cliff Lee. He was put into a really awkward situation last year where he was a closer for a period where he was lights out good. And then once he settled into the rotation, every single start was 5 innings plus and 2 earned runs or less. He did not have any start that didn't qualify him for a quality start, other than the stupid, you need 6 innings. Every single time, 2 earned runs or less. He limits hard contact. His 2.6% barrel rate, 31% hard hit rate is among the elite in the league. He's shown he could pitch in any role with length. He's about a strikeout an inning guy. He's got a chance to be a sub-3 ERA, a 1.11 WHIP, and close to a 200 strikeout guy, which is what you're looking for in your number 1 starter. So I'll take him as my number 2 starter next year, but my number 5 starter this year.
That's a good keeper league snatch up right there. It looks like we have a question from
let's do the question after your bold prediction, just to keep the flow. All right.
All right, sounds good. Mine is
because I feel like falling on the floor right now.
Yeah, mine is a 2-parter. All right, the first one will be Rowdy Tellez will be in the top 3 in home runs for the Milwaukee Brewers.
For the team or
for the team?
All right.
He had 11 last year in limited at bats, and I think it's his time to break out. The second one will be Keston Hiura will be starting in the outfield, and he will be in a prominent offensive role for the Brewers this year. His ADP right now is at 443. It's basically free. Okay, I'm loving what I'm hearing about him. He went back to his basics, gave up his stance, went back to his coach that has been his coach since 9 years old, and he's working on his mechanics, and he's crushing the ball. I'm taking him. His mom had cancer. He struggled with that mentally, and we all know how that could deal with mental stuff when we're dealing with our parents. This is his year. He's going to come back. In his rookie year, he had 19 home runs and batted over 300 and was a monster. All right. Everyone hated him. All right. And the one thing that people hated him, even when he crushed at UC Irvine, was that he had a huge leg kick, and it was his timing device, and it was really bad. And scouts said that he is going to struggle with this at one point or another. Well, that finally did happen. But now he's working on just sliding the leg, not doing such a big leg kick, and it's coming. And I'm on board.
Yeah, but your prediction is just that he's going to play.
Dude, the guy batted 167 last year, and he's on a bench roll, and he has to fight for his life now.
That's
and
true.
He's going to win a prominent job and be in the middle of that order by the end of the year. I thought that was kind of bold.
Yeah, definitely.
443, he could be a top 150 player.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, I like it. I have quite a few shares of him, believe it or not, but it's the same thing. Like you said, the price is beautiful, and the potential for return is pretty solid. So good job with that one. I like it. All right. So
come on with the football crap, bro. Come on.
On the clock, Goldschmidt just went. I think I got you can go Chapman, Presley, Will Smith, or Evan Diaz.
I thought we just talked about this.
So Chapman it is.
Wait. So, but what are your non-closer options?
He said
non-closer options right now. Come on, X out. Matt Olson. His name, who we shall not say. Robbie Ray, Chris Sale, Pete Alonso, Austin Riley.
Nah, none of that. It's Matt Olson or Chapman for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Chapman. Yeah, we like the first basemen later on.
All right. Before we get into our award winners for 2022, let's take the question. We got Bobby asking what we think about George Springer for 2022, and he's adding in a little caveat that he's a $40 player in his league, where an $11 base is the average player with some inflation. So Andy, why don't you take that one? George Springer, where are you at this year?
I want to hear what you guys say, because I obviously said I feel like he was a little too pricey. Now I would toss him back, especially if you have some better options available, which he does, I feel. So I think sending him back and keeping like a Willie Adamas at $9 is the way to go. I think Springer can redraft a little cheaper.
Yeah, I definitely agree to that. But that league, there is some inflation. Is there a chance Springer plays into the MVP conversation? Yeah, absolutely. He's
that good.
XwOBA is one of my favorite indicators, and he's among the elite. This is a guy that takes the walk, doesn't strike out that much. Basically league average strikeout guy. Hits the ball hard. Like he's got a great lineup. He's got everything. Checks every single box. At $40, man, he's borderline. I do understand that league's inflation. I probably throw him back and try to redraft him.
All right,
cool.
I just sent a message out to one of my guys on Discord to see how if anyone's in the TG FBI and see how they're doing. And one of my buddies responds back to me and says, "Yeah," he goes, "I like how it's going. I'm through. I'm getting into round 15 now." I'm like, round 15? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Jesus. It's crazy.
That's a sprint.
Must be nice.
All right. So let's do our award winners for this year. And I'm going to pull up DraftKings Sportsbook and we're going to go through each player that you guys select, what their odds are. And, maybe if you want, I don't know if you did the prep work on it. Of course I did. You might have a guy that you like their betting odds, not so much thinking that they're definitely going to win, but just like it as a bet. So let's start with the Cy Young in the National League. Nick, what do you got?
Max Scherzer.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be cute about it. Max Scherzer.
Andy, is that where you're at?
I am. I like Urias at plus 4,000, Snell at plus 5,000, and maybe Nola at plus 3,000.
Yeah, I think the bet is Urias at plus 4,000. 40-1 on this guy is ridiculous. That's stupid.
He's very underrated.
DeGrom is the chalk at plus 450. That's a non-bet. Burns, Bueller, and Scherzer are all plus 800. With Wheeler plus 900. I'm going to take Scherzer out of those four. So I'm in concert with you, Nick. All right. All right. American League. Who do we like? Nick, you first.
So I'm going to be a little different here. I'm going to say Chris Sale.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm going to be a little bold. He looked pretty decent coming on the end of the last year, and we know what his upside is.
Absolutely. Plus 1,800. You could win some good money on that. And Andy, you're going with Cease?
Yeah, Cease and a little sleepers. I like Berrios.
Yeah. I just don't like. I don't know. Ugh.
Just don't like anybody in Toronto.
I just don't like the amount of base runners he puts on base. That's all. His whip is too high for me. But the strikeout potential, the win potential, Berrios is a guy that could easily win 20 games. So that's the path for me to agree with you on that. My guy is obviously going to be Shane Bieber. But my favorite bet is going to be the same one I made last year, and it's Lance Lynn. Once again, for the third consecutive year, we have chicanery and poppycock and all kinds of nut job going into the season. And I'm going to take the guy that's just a workhorse that's going to pitch 7 innings every single time and just pitch a quality start every single time on a good team.
Yeah, he doesn't
plus 2,200.
Yeah, he doesn't need conditioning. The fatter he is, the better he is. That year he was skinny and he was like looking like a baby Gap. He sucked. Remember that? Like, just eat a cheeseburger, bro. Come on.
Yep. All right, MVP. What are we talking about here? National League first. Nick, what do you got?
So I actually like Freddie Freeman as the MVP candidate here.
What?
Um,
You don't know
we
where he's playing.
and that's what I'm getting at. We don't
Yeah.
know where he's going to play. I like Lindor as a dark horse. Ultimately, if he stays healthy, I like Trey Turner.
Okay.
But
Right.
again, I actually want to go Freeman here, but we just don't know where he's going to be.
Right. My problem with Trey Turner is that I think that we elevate him as fantasy players too much because of the stolen bases, and that does not mean anything to the MVP vote.
No, it doesn't.
You know, everybody else you mentioned, I'm kind of on board with. I'm going to take Tatis just because, you know, he's not the highest on the board. You know, Soto is the chalk, and I'm going to fade Soto because the team should suck. So I'm just going to take Tatis because he's, I believe, the best player in the National League on what could be the best team in the National League. So that's where I'm going that way. Andy, what do you got?
I'm plunging in with the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. You know what? I'm drinking the juice on the Mets. I think he's getting to be, he's a better hitter than we thought. I thought he was going to be this good of a hitter, but I think he's the heart and soul of that team, and he can hit 45 to 50 home runs. The team could be in first place and go to the playoffs, and Max Scherzer win the MVP, you know, with Alonso win that, and Buck Showalter leading them to the promised land. All right, I'm drinking a lot of juice. All right, so
yeah, if you're predicting Alonso to win the MVP and he's plus 3,000, by the way, and he's not on your TGFBI team, I'm going to lose respect for you because that's bold. That's bold, man. You got to put this guy in your squad, man.
Make but when do I have to take
it happen?
When do I got to take him? Round 4.
Yeah, round 4.
That's why I miss on a closer or Lindor. It's one or the other.
I don't think Lindor will be there, but
I'm round 3.
You got to consider him. That's a hell of a call, man. I like that. You know what one of the guys in the chat is saying, what about Yelich? Yelich has the same odds as Pete Alonso. The bounce back is a possibility. I just don't think there's any value in that. Considering how bad he was last year, for him to be 7th in odds, it's not a good bet, but I'd be very, very happy to see him come back to that level.
It's gonna be tough because, you know, he probably does have problems with his L5 S5 disc and stuff. You know, he might have some issues with his back.
No idea what language that is.
That's back talk. All right, so you know he could have some lingering issues with the back, and a lot of people were saying that he kind of transformed back to the Marlins here that he was, and he's losing the power because of the bat. So.
All right. So we got one for Alonso, one for Tatis, and one for Trey Turner. All right, not bad. How about the American League? I think me and Andy might be on the same page here. Nick, what do you got?
I have one I think might get it, and one I think is a possibility. I'm going to say Trout as getting it, but as a homer pick, because he's in a contract year, I could see Judge having a monster season.
I did that
because
last year.
Because he has been talking about kind of like, hey, you know, if my time's up in New York, it's been a good run. So he's playing for a contract this year. Usually contract guys go off.
I love that. I picked him last year. He got hurt, and I still picked him.
50 home runs his rookie year. He's got a high ceiling. Regardless, I think it's a good bet.
Yeah, and you get 15-1 on Judge. Trout is plus 350, so you get almost a little bit more than 4 times the value.
I think the AL MVP is going to be Big Papi. I don't care what anyone says.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I am with you.
Yep.
I am with you.
Nick,
Jordan Alvarez, man.
Jordan
Alvarez. That's the argument against him is the whole DH thing. But if this guy hits 45 home runs and knocks in over 120 and has the chance to hit 300, which I think he's going to, he was my 2nd round pick in TGFBI, but Clay Link took him ahead of me, so I didn't have an opportunity to take him. I'm with you, Andy. Plus 2,200, 22-1 on Jordan Alvarez. You know, or is it one of those situations where there's so many sticks on that team that they take votes away from each other? and banging on a garbage can. Do people have bias against that team that they just won't?
Oh, that's true.
Worth
a shot.
All right, not bad. All right, so this is the one for a dynasty player, this is the important award, the Rookie of the Year. Oneil Cruz is my guy. He's also the chalk. You guys,
yeah, me too.
How I feel about this guy.
Me
in
too.
the National League. He's plus 300. Andy, you got somebody else to say?
I do. Keibert Ruiz.
Okay, nice.
Ooh, catcher.
It's
Over
my
Joey Bart.
guy. They're not even in the same sentence. Please. Ruiz's bat is just off the charts. His proximity, he'll be playing day one. There is word that Oneil might actually not start the year in the majors. So Keibert Ruiz has a chance to hit in the middle of the lineup. Probably batting right behind Soto. He's going to be on base for Ruiz all the time. I just really like the chance. What's his odds?
He's the second favorite. I think it's plus 450. So there's really not much value in that bet, but there's not value in Oneil Cruz either. 3-1 to win a major award like that. 4-1. That's not paying anything off.
Yeah.
But I like your take. And it's a tough position. All right. So American League Rookie of the Year. I'll go last. Anyone?
I'm going Shane Baz.
Okay.
Proximity, going to be playing. Be up the first. He might not be there in the first 2 weeks if they don't need a fifth starter, but just to protect him. But he's going to pitch 140, 150 innings, and they're going to be phenomenal innings. He started in the playoffs for him last year. They love him. He has great year ahead of him.
Okay, Shane Baz, plus 700, fourth choice. There's a lot more heavy hitters in the American League, so
yeah, the National League.
There's a lot more players, and so
I know.
That's why I took one way off the reservation.
Oh boy, Nick, who do you got?
So I mentioned earlier I like Riley Reed Detmers, but I think I'm going to go with Riley Green for my Rookie of the Year. Possible 5-tool player coming up. I think he's going to be better than Torkelson, so he's my guy.
Can I tell you my sleeper before you do, Jeff, or no?
Go ahead.
All right. Goes to the same freaking team. Jeremy Pena.
Okay.
His odds are huge. If Correa doesn't resign, like I don't think he will, he's going to be starting day one. They love him. He had a power outage last year, hitting 10 home runs in a month. He's ready to go. I'm all for him.
All right. But here's the problem with Pena is plus 1,100. He's up there with the favorites. Riley Green is actually plus 1,500.
All right.
And if you just look from a talent perspective,
I take Riley Green over anybody.
Riley Green, big time.
Absolutely.
If Riley Green plays, I think he becomes the favorite. I'm really impressed that neither of you said Bobby Witt or Spencer Torkelson or Rutschman, because those are all easy picks, and you both went a little bit.
Their ADPs are insane in redraft too.
Like I said last week or the week before, Torkelson's not even the best rookie on his team.
Yeah.
This year and career.
All right. So I'm going to tell you that your pick, Shane Baz, is not even the best rookie on his team. It's Josh Lowe. Boom. Plus 9,000, 90-1 on Josh Lowe.
Really?
This guy has an opportunity to take the job. It's unlikely to be day one because this is a team that will use service time manipulation. But if they could find a trade partner for Kiermaier and Lowe comes up, he's got the tools as much as anybody else, and his potential at 90-1. That's my guy, Josh Lowe.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Boom, 90-1. So what are we putting on that? A full Bitcoin?
Little up.
That's my retirement plan, is Josh Lowe to win the Rookie of the Year.
Oh, good God.
All right, Nick, you got an update for us?
Yeah, a little small update. This is as per ESPN, I believe this guy is from. Yep. Negotiation session number 7 has just begun between the players and the owners. So they're still going at it. So now they run through a new number 7. So we're still going. They're going to end up delaying this to tomorrow, I think.
Nice.
Just
Andy,
block the door.
we got a prospect question for you down there. You want to take it?
Yeah, sure. All right, let's see, Bobby. Let's see. We like Vientos or Beatty better. I feel that Vientos has a 60 power tool. I think he's going to come up and he's going to be like that Pete Alonso type coming. Like he has monster power, and I know that people love him. I think he's going to have a chance to play at some point. One injury, he's going to come up and he's going to play first. Beatty's a year, probably 2 years away. He had a huge AFL. His hit tool is amazing. The only knock on him is that he has 0 launch angle. Like he does not lift the ball at all. He's more of a gap to gap hitter. And he, when scouts came up to him and they actually asked him on like different other podcasts, are you trying to lift the ball a little bit? And he goes, no, I'm just trying to hit the ball as hard as I can. Exit velocity, he had 5 out of the 10 highest velocities at the AFL. So I like Vientos now. If Beatty comes up, I think one of them's going to wind up getting traded, especially with the team, the way the Mets are set up here, which could actually help them and move them along quicker. But I'm buying into Vientos right now more than Beatty because of proximity. He's going to be up this year rather than 2 to 3 years from now. And I like it.
All right. Nice. Andy, what do you think about Vientos? Just made me think about Vierling. Any interest there?
None. No.
None.
You know who Vientos reminds me of? Pat Burrell.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
Not bad.
Nashes.
I like
Nashes. That. Yeah.
Nice. All right. We got anything else we want to deal with before we get the hell out of here? Nick, anything intelligent you want to say?
No, nothing. Hope we get a damn deal.
Still 8 picks away, so I'm going to try to stay up till 10:30, 11 and put a Q on.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Awesome. Andy, any last points to make?
No, I'm here. You can hit me up on Twitter if you have any questions. I'm going to be overwhelmed with some Dynasty stuff. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. I can't freaking wait.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, the last thing I have to add is that my wife is awesome, and you guys need to remember that your wives are awesome also. So I don't know. It says that on my notes here. It says my wife is awesome. I guess that's my notes.
I already knew that.
I just gotta be nice. Right. I just gotta be nice to her. She's pregnant. So
yeah.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah, good luck to you both on that. All right, this has been the Stack Attack Fantasy Podcast. Been a blast today. He's at NMimi. That's AMAC22NJ. I'm at JTrella20. Trevor, thanks for all you do. Let's take us on out of here. Peace, guys. Later. Yeah.